Hello guys, welcome to the Character Creation Production Workflow Series 02, Character Texturing and Rendering. In this one, we're going to talk about the entire process to texture and render this character. So this is a sequel from our previous modeling tutorial, but if you never watched that one, I will have all the assets ready for you so everyone can start from scratch. And also, this is going to be quite long. We have 120 videos, so make sure that you're ready and you have enough time. And also, we'll go through many programs and many techniques. All right, so let's go ahead and then talk about the process from the beginning to the end. So we set up some basic ID map first instead of ZBrush. And then we start doing skin cages to help with the baking. And then we'll also experiment with exploding the mesh to get cleaner baking and even use painted ways to fix artifacts like this. And we'll move on to skin texturing real quick and use procedural way to blend multiple colors to get some decent base. And then we move on to download some capture data and use Mari to project those data on the surface of the model. And we'll be using those data in Substance Painter. We're blending those individually with our base to get some decent texture for the face. And we block out other parts like the hair and the garments real quick. And then we did Oxygen eyelash real quick. And then we move on to Substance Designer to set up some texturing for the eye white and bring that substance into Painter to add it to the eye. We'll do the same thing for the iris. So basically, we'll make all of our material inside of Substance Designer first, and then we use this material inside of Painter and blend them using smart masks. And everything here we use is actually all built from scratch, and we will not be using any pre-built substance from Substance Source. Even the stitches are built inside of Designer and published and then used in Painter. So when we're finished with texturing, we'll bring our model into mix mode and we get some animation, and then we bring all the asset into Unreal Engine and then quickly set up some lighting, and then we set up some basic materials for all the garments, and then we do skin material and we do the hair material. We'll even talk about a complicated way but more realistic way to set up the eye material. We'll talk about how to fake refraction by doing some mathematical calculations, and we will use that on our eye, of course. And then we finally do some displacement map for the body to make it more rounded, like this. And then we even set up some physics simulation for the hair. When that is all done, we will do post-processing and volumetric lighting, and then moving on to sequencer to set up our camera and do some depth of field and all sorts of effect, and then we do our final render. Okay, and then we bring our render into Premiere and do some final animation output. We'll also talk about how to render high resolution text images inside of Unreal, and that should conclude everything in this video tutorial. Alright, so this is our actual Unreal project. This will be what we will be producing eventually. As you can see, we have our character walking around with this really cool animation, and we have some net simulation on the hair. We have some volumetric lighting from the back, and then we have a sequencer with two shots. One is the animation, and this one will be a stationary pose so that we can take a look at the character without the character being moved. Okay, anyway, so I can assure you that everything here is going to be introduced. There's no skipping on any parts. There's only one or two fast forward. But one thing to be aware of is that some of the things are repetitive. So if you feel like you know what to do already, you could skip some of the videos, because again, we have 120 videos. If you know what to do, you can actually skip some of the videos. And also, if you got stuck on any questions, feel free to ask me as soon as possible, and I'm more than happy to help you to fix your the trouble you're having. Alright, so I think that's everything I want to say before we start the course. So I wish everyone to have good luck and good experience. And yeah, so let's move on to the next video. See you next time.